I'm Rhian Lewis from the National Transport Authority, and I'm going to talk to you today about the Smarter Travel Workplaces initiative. So basically, Smarter Travel, it's about travelling smartly, walking, cycling, public transport, car sharing, and also looking at business travel. It's a voluntary programme for large organisations across Ireland to implement workplace travel plans, which basically is a package of measures to encourage people to travel more sustainably, as I mentioned. Some of the partners, some of you here today, so that's great. So just a few logos up there of some of our partners that we've been working with. Our target is to work with 100 of the largest organisations over the 3-year period, which is, I think, August of next year, and we're at 95 at the minute. So just why those companies I mentioned before are taking part in the programme. As you know, they're all sort of leaders in their fields, and they obviously really see the benefit of taking part in the programme. It's about being different, about leading, cost savings to both the company and to the employees. That's a big one at the minute. Obviously, people are trying to save money on their journey to and from work. Looking at employee well-being, how long people are spending commuting, how long they're spending travelling on business, and can that be replaced with simple video conferencing to reduce the stress on their day. And looking at the sustainability agenda as well, looking at environmental sustainability there. So in terms of their effectiveness, we know both here and in the UK that through implementing a successful travel plan, we can cut down single occupancy car use by between 10-25%, which is massive really. We looked at a pedometer challenge that we did in 2011. We saw the number of people walking to work as part of their commute actually doubled. So I think it was mentioned before about the pedometer challenge, a good popular one. Trying to do 10,000 steps a day is quite difficult, believe me. I try it every year. So in terms of how we work with our partners, we sort of do a bit of baselining really, find out how staff are currently travelling to work, and get some good stats on that, and develop an action plan. Is it an out-of-town site? Is it an in-town site? And looking at what's appropriate for that site. So is it cycling, or is it too far away to expect people to do things like that? And is car sharing more appropriate? So we develop the action plan with the team, and then implement some measures, which I'll go to into a minute. And then it's very much about reviewing progress and celebrating its success, and at the end of that process to see what can be achieved, just through some, as I'll go on to in a minute, some simple measures. Some common actions. I hope some of you have heard of these. We've mentioned the pedometer challenge. It's an annual challenge for all our partners to encourage teams of staff within the organisations to increase the number of steps they walk per day. And the cycle challenge, again, it's a 10-minute cycle challenge. So if you've never cycled before, it's a good start. We have a range of people coming together to form teams to increase their cycling. And the tax saver tickets to encourage staff to save money off their public transport and the purchase of a cycle. Just a couple of examples now. This is Intel, an established company out in Lakeslip, a sort of large site really. They needed a travel plan as part of their planning permission, which we often find with companies now that they're asked to sort of explain how they're going to encourage more sustainable transport. It could be to do with car parking issue, maybe they've not got enough car parking. And as a National Transport Authority, we're asked to look at a number of planning applications. So it could be space constraint as well, and cost of parking to provide those spaces to employees. So they wanted to introduce some measures there at Intel. So the travel plan, a really good strong steering group, which I think is essential, is you're all managers in your field saying how leading by example is really important, and that's the same with promoting travel to staff. So the actions that they put in place there was a shuttle bus, encourage working from home, a bicycle use group, so again, as mentioned before, about encouraging new cyclists. It could be that they just don't know where the local cycle route is. They just need a high visibility vest, so something to give them a bit of confidence, a bit of training. So it's all those kind of really simple measures but have a massive impact on the commute, and providing showers for those of us who want to shower once they've had their cycle or they're walking to work, which again is a really, really popular measure. They also had a good car share scheme out at Intel as well, where it's like a matchmaker database, similar to, I suppose, to a dating agency, but not quite the same lines, to bring people together. Maybe they live in, on the same street or the same neighbourhood and just don't know about it. Could be, meeting new people for the first time. I think that was mentioned before, that coming together, they've met new people within the organisation. Well, car sharing does the same. Save some money, save on tolls, save on fuel. Intel provide dedicated car parking spaces for car sharers. Everyone wants to park near the front door, don't they, and not have to walk across the car park. Well, here's a good sort of bonus really for those car sharing, monitored by security to make sure there's no cheating going on by people who are not car sharing. Another good company we worked with is Deloitte. They do a lot around promotion and awareness. Sort of travel road shows, just simple measures again, just sort of bringing that awareness to people. I think some good sort of high publicity going on there. Just wanted to mention that Deloitte over the years have actually got 20% of their staff now walking to work and 40% using public transport, which is really positive. And that goes to show just what some simple measures can do. Just a couple of other partners there. We've got Leo Pharmaceuticals who do a lot of promotion around lunchtime walks to publicise their staff. It's also about getting staff physically active as well where possible, so the active travel modes. We know that staff who walk and cycle to work are less likely to take time off sick and to be better health, so there's a lot of promotion there. Some good drying rooms there, and getting local cycle retailers to come onto site and to sell their wares really to the employees. We've got I think it's Dell here again with their video conferencing suite, really strong there. So we're looking at the business miles, looking at how much money can also be saved through simple things like conferencing rather than having to drive a couple of hours to a meeting. That's been really good for companies who've got several sites across Ireland, to try and save some valuable money and carbon footprint there. So in terms of the programme, so I'm one of the facilitators on the programme. There's a few of us, and we work with the large organisations to help them with these plans. We've got a couple of spaces left really, and it's a really good package to have. It's worth about €10,000 in sort of outside advice and materials, and it is available to you from the Transport Authority. If you weren't to sign up to the programme, there are some online resources available for you. You can always take part in the Pedometer Challenge, the Cycle Challenge. It's good fun and it's something which brings staff together. But if you are interested in taking part, then come and see me or send us an email. As I say, it's all free of charge, and it's something quite good fun for your employees to take part in. Okay. I think that's pretty much me. It's just some screenshots. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.